In this video, I'm going to be showing you a solid, profitable strategy that requires very little effort to make huge gains. I'm going to be teaching you the strategy step by step to ensure you have every little detail that makes the strategy work. And as always, I'll be backtesting it 100 times to bring you the true numbers behind it. Alright, with that said, let's jump straight into TradingView. So I'm here on TradingView.com. For this strategy, I highly recommend you also use it. Once you're ready, select the Euro USD currency pair. Once you've learnt the strategy, you can apply to other Forex pairs as well as cryptos, but I encourage you to follow along on this same Forex pair first. Okay, now that you're on your chart, set the time frame to 5 minutes. Again, this will work on different time frames, but try to stay close to the 5-minute chart. Now it is time to add our indicators. We're going to be using a total of 2 indicators from TradingView, which are of course both free. Alright, let's apply the first one. So navigating to the top of your chart and select the indicators tab. Then search for TraderXO Macro Trend Scanner. I've been using this indicator a lot recently and I still can't get enough of it. I'm developing more and more strategies with it and it's proving itself time after time. Now once it's added to the chart, you can see it's not complex at all. It has a very clear and precise buy and sell signal. It also has 2 moving average lines, and the way these lines work is quite simple as well. The bottom line is a slow moving average whilst the top is a fast moving average. If the line is red, we're in a bearish trend, and if the lines are green, we are in a bullish trend. Now, if the bottom red line crosses above the top red line, that means the market trend has changed, and this indicator will issue a new bullish signal and our lines will now be green. The opposite is true if a top green line moves below its bottom green line. The indicator will issue a bearish signal and our lines will turn red. As you can see, this indicator is quite simple to understand and it literally tells you bear or bull. So the way we're going to use this indicator should be obvious to see. If the indicator issues a bear signal, we will take this as a sign to go short, and a short entry will be placed on the close of the trigger candlestick with our stop loss set at the recent swing high. As you can see here, this alone works quite well. Of course, the opposite will be true for long trades. We want to see a bull signal, then we can enter a long trade. Now here you can see there are quite a few false signals that this indicator is giving, but not to worry, it's time to add our final confirmation indicator. So heading to the top of your chart, select the indicators tab and search for MACD. You can select the default indicator here. Alright, now that it's added to the chart, we need to change some settings on it. So heading to its settings icon and navigate to the style section. Now uncheck the MACD line and signal line as we won't be using them. Now jump over to the input section and change the fast length option to 26 and the slow length to 100. Okay, that's it. Now let's take a look at how we're going to be using this indicator. So if the MACD histogram bars are red and below the 0 line, we're currently in a downtrend. If our primary indicator issued a sell signal, this would confirm that signal and we could enter a short trade. The opposite is true for long entries. If the histogram bars are green and above the 0 line, we are in an uptrend. If our TraderXO indicator issued a buy signal, this would validate it and we could enter a long trade. So here is an example. We see the TraderXO indicator has issued a bullish signal. Now we need to see the MACD indicator have its histogram bars green and above the 0 level. And they are indeed. Just so know, any color will do. As long as they're above the 0 level, they will be some form of green, so don't worry if it's shaded. Now with both our conditions met, we can enter a long trade here. And as you can see, it would have been quite profitable. Now here's a quick short example. We see our TraderXO indicator has issued a new sell signal. And the MACD indicator has its histogram bars red and below the 0 level. This would also be an entry we could take. Now that we have all our indicators in place and you understand the entry conditions, I'm going to take you through some real world examples. So here's a long entry. We see the TraderXO indicator lines have crossed upwards, causing this indicator to issue a bull signal. Also, the candlestick we're on is now green, so our first condition is met. Taking a look at our MACD indicator, the histogram bars are green and well above the 0 level. With these 2 conditions met, we can go ahead and place a buy order on the close of our trigger candlestick. For our stop loss, we're going to be setting it at the recent swing low. Now for our take profit, we're going to be targeting 1.75 times the risk. Okay, here is actually a good example of a long entry you shouldn't take, but it still looks really decent. We see the TraderXO indicator issued a new bull signal. Our MACD indicator confirms the signal by showing full green bars above the 0 level. However, even with both our main conditions met, if you look at the candlestick that the bull signal was issued on, it's red. This means our first condition is not fully met and we won't be taking this trade because the market trend is not confirmed. Alright, now let's take a look at a short trade. We see the TraderXO indicator has issued a bear signal right here because our 2 green lines cross downwards. This bear signal was followed up by a red candlestick, so our first condition is fully met. Now checking the MACD indicator for our final confirmation, we see the histogram bars are red and below the 0 level. With all our conditions met, this is a short trade we can take. So place a sell order on the close of our trigger candlestick, then set the stop loss at the recent swing high. And just like with long trades, we will place the take profit at 1.75 times the risk. Okay guys, just before I do the backtest, here is a short entry that is almost perfect, which could trick quite a few of you into entering. We see the Trader XO indicator has issued a sell signal. We also see the bar is red. Now all that we need to enter is our final confirmation from the MACD indicator. Now at first glance it looks good, but as you can see, the green bar is actually lined up with our bear signal, not the red one. We need the red bar to be perfectly in line, otherwise it won't count, so this trade is one we won't be entering. Alright, that's it for the strategy. Now I'm going to jump into the backtester for a couple of trading sessions to bring you the results. Now whilst I'm gathering these trades, I want to just quickly show you guys the backtester I use. It's called Trader's Edge and it is by far the best backtester out there. Its creator is a small time trader from New Zealand, just a small hop over from where I am in Australia. All you need to do is set how much your initial account size is and then input the profit and loss from each trade you do. Trader's Edge then uses its calculators and data analysis tools to give you every stat you could possibly need to know, such as profit factor, win rate, max drawdown, consecutive wins and losses, and so much more. What's more is you can save your results to your library and compare it later on. If you want to check it out, I've left a link for a free 7-day trial with absolutely no commitments in the description below. So if after 7 days you're not loving it, you can cancel at no cost whatsoever. Alright, let's head back to the video and get these final results. And about 4 trading sessions later, I have returned with the results. As you can see, we achieved a win rate of 72%. This is actually 2% higher than the previous strategy I created using these indicators. My previous strategy was far more complex and used an extra indicator, so gaining 2% was a super nice surprise. We also grew our account by 198.5%, which with our initial account size of $1,000 meant we made 1,985 USD over the 100 trades. Next, you can see our largest profitable trade made us over $88 and our largest loss was slightly more than $63. We also had an outstanding 9 consecutive wins against only 3 consecutive losses, which is insane. Now with these results, I cannot recommend this strategy enough. Try it out on a demo account using paper money to see how accurate you can become with it. Then if you're confident, you can try it out in live market conditions. And as always, feel free to ask any questions in the comments below. With that, enjoy the strategy, stay profitable, and I will see you in the next video.